guys see something new in the background? Because I added this shelf on top, so it is just, oh, the new bookshelf system is just a sight to behold. That is not what today's video is about. Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back. I know it's been a long time, not long time, just like 2 weeks since I last posted a video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Rutvik, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. It is about halfway through November, and that means we have like about 1.5 months before the year ends. And I just want to ask you guys one question. How are you doing with your reading this year? How are you doing with your GoodReads reading goal? Bad, right? Because otherwise you would not click on this video. I personally am doing really well. I'm like about 5 books ahead of schedule, and over the next few days I am going to film like a lot of videos about books and stuff, so I am hoping to add a lot more books to my roster. My goal this year is to read 100 books in the GoodReads app, and I'm at 95 books right now, so I'll probably pass it in the next week. We'll see how much I extend it at the end of the year. I have no plans, I have no new goal set. You know what, let's not talk about me. I'm here to help you guys out. I recently have been getting into reading shorter books, and I've read quite a lot of short books over the last few months, so I want to talk about them and give you guys like few recommendations which you guys can read and try to bring your reading for this year a bit up. And I know it's not about the number when it comes to reading books, but that's a different conversation which we are not having in this video. This is for people who just want to achieve the goal. It's another thing they would like to be ticked off for this year. This video is for people like me who want to achieve every single thing they set forth for the year, and I'm gonna help you guys do that. So I don't want to see any comments which say like it's not about the number of books you read over the year. That's not this video. That's not what this video is for. And if you are a person like that, then just don't watch it. This is for people like me. I have quite a big stack for you. I have a total of 35 books, and they are either very short or they are very fast paced. Regardless of what the reason is, you'll end up finishing them very quickly. I'm starting off with the books which I've already read and I have loved, and in the end I'm going to give you guys a few short books of my TBR. First up we have is Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. This is one of those novels which discuss a lot about social settings, the effect of societal expectations on us, and I really love the story. It's very thought-provoking. After that we have is Kim Jae-young, born 1982, by Cho Namju. This book, I have not had such intense feelings while reading a book, because this is just so moving, it's so powerful, and it's a book that every woman should read, and even more importantly which every man should read out there, because it just highlights with such raw and powerful, it just highlights in such a raw and powerful way the struggles that a woman goes through just to live a normal day-to-day life. Seriously, mind-blowing book. Then we have Cursed Bunny by Bora Chung. This is a collection of short stories which is just so bizarre, just so out of this world, so outlandish, just so memorable, and I am just so excited for you guys to read it for the first time. The first story, The Head, I don't think so I will ever forget it, because it is just so out of pocket. After that we have is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This is like a whole series. There are like 4 books in it, and you can read all 4 books, but I'm just gonna hold this one in hand. I don't want to take the rest of the 3 books out of my shelves. It's a cozy, comforting tale about just dealing with your emotions, moving on. Discusses a lot about grief. It has little magical magical realism elements to it, and I just love this series so much. After that is a recent read which is Days at the Morisaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yagisawa, translated by Eric Ozawa, and this is also one of those comforting, cozy books where it revolves a lot around books and bookshops and stuff, and it goes by very quickly because it's just so easily written, so easily accessible. The story is just not that heavy on your mind, so you can definitely like breeze through it very easily. Western Lane by Chetna Maru. It's a very short story which is kind of heavy, but it discusses topics like grief and what happens when you lose the pillar of your family. The book is set from the point of view of a 11-year-old girl. Talks about her coming of age as well. I really love this one. Where Mayflies Live Forever by Anupama Mohan. It's such a powerful book which talks about liberation, just healing from a very deep trauma, as well as it is kind of written in a format of a murder mystery. There are two different point of views, and the story is just built so very well. We have is At Night All Blood is Black. This book is hypnotic. It is just, once you start reading it, you cannot put it down. It is so visceral. It is so haunting, and it's like one of the best books I've read. It is also the winner of the 2021 International Booker Prize, so yeah, that says a lot. Then we have is a classic, which is George Orwell's Animal Farm. A really well crafted tale which talks a lot about totalitarianism. What the hell? Totalitarianism, satire of totalitarianism and power con corrupt type of thing. Oh my god, what the hell am I getting hit with allergies all of a sudden? But I really love this classic, and it's just such a really good book. It's a really good book which you should read. Then we have I'm a Fan by Sheena Patel. It's a story of a woman who is obsessed with this man and the girlfriend of this man, and it is just so brutal. It is just so, it makes you think a lot. It explores like the deepest, darkest desires of your mind, and I'm just like absolutely in awe of this book. Let me take a little break. Then we have Winter in Sokcho by Elisa Shua Dusapin. A really memorable literary fiction book where there is not much plot, but there is just such a deep dive into the main character's feelings. It feels very aimless and very vague, but at the same time it feels very intimate. So like I would definitely recommend this one. Then we have a really short story which is Galatia by Madeline Miller. I love this short little retelling by Madeline Miller. She's one of my favorite authors, and you should definitely read this one as well. Then we have Ahilya by Koral Dasgupta. It's the retelling of the story of Ahilya. It's lyrical. It's just such a fresh perspective on the story, and I just love the writing in this one. The same goes for Mandodari. This is a little bit longer. It's about 300 pages, but then again the size is smaller. This is the what the hell? This is the retelling of Mandodari's story, and you just get to know her a lot more than just being Ravan's wife, and I absolutely love this one. Then we have another Greek mythology retelling, which is Medusa by Jessie Burton. This book just humanizes Medusa completely. Her story is just so tragic, and this book makes you like her so much. I will definitely recommend this to a lot of Greek mythology fans. And we have is one of my favorite books, which is Whereabouts by Jhumpa Lahiri. It's such a quiet and just such a subtle novel which discusses topics like loneliness, solitude and isolation, and I absolutely love this book so much. Then we have If Cats Disappeared from the World. I did not really enjoy this book that much, but I can see why someone else might enjoy it. So if you are one of those people, you will enjoy this one. Then we have The Cat Who Saved Books by Sosuke Natsukawa. This book is just such a heartwarming book about a boy and a cat who go on these adventures to save books from the prisoners, and it's like a completely fantasy type of novel, but just it's so heartwarming. It's literally for every book lover. If you love books, you must read this. Then we have Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. This is Banana Yoshimoto's most famous novel, and I love this one. I gave it like a 4 stars. Then we have is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. It is a sufficiently longer novel. It's about 300 pages, but the writing in this one is just so simple and easy. The book is so incredibly fast paced that you just fly by. And the same thing is with The Last Word by Taylor Adams. This is also like a 350 page book. I read this in 3 hours. I read this in 3 hours because it was just addictive. Like, I could not stop reading this book. Anyways, those are all of the recommendations I have for you, and then we have a few short books from my TBR. I can't say anything about these books, whether I like them or love them. I have high expectations from them. So yeah, All the Lovers in the Night by Mieko Kawakami. Then we have The Vegetarian by Han Kang. After Dark by Haruki Murakami. Notes on Grief by Chimamanda Adichie. Small Things Like These by Claire Keegan. How Do You Live by Genzaburo Yoshino. Lie With Me by Philippe Besson. Sula by Toni Morrison. Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. Exteriors by Annie Ernaux. Tuesdays with Maury by Mitch Albom. The Locked Door and The Inmate by Frida McFadden. The last book I have is The Center by Aisha Manazir Siddiqui. Those are all of the books I have for you guys in this video. Let me know if you guys want some recommendation videos. I feel like I've read a lot more books this year, and starting 2023, not 2023, what the fuck, starting 2024, I'm gonna be making like a lot more recommendation style videos, because I feel like I've created enough of like a reading bank where I can recommend books out of those, you know. So yeah, let me know if you're looking forward to that. Comment down below how you are doing on your GoodReads reading challenge. I will be back on my regular filming and uploading schedule from next week, so stay tuned for more videos. If you like this one, give it a big thumbs up, and bye.